My name is James Yao, and before Threaded, the past few years I've been more in tune with the media, with news outlets, with social media, more in tune with politics as well. With the past election especially, and more and more I just saw just so much negativity and so much hatred online, on TV, everywhere. And when I look at my own life, like with my friends, my family, my church, everything seems fine. Everything's comfortable, everything's safe. And I just always wondered, like, is there something missing in my life? In the sense of, is there something I'm missing? Like, I'm not seeing it. Is there something I'm blind to? Because all this stuff that's happening in our world just seems so foreign to me. Not only that, but just other cultures as well. Like, I suddenly started to become more aware of other cultures, aware of how everyone is so different from one another. And I wanted to know more because I just felt like I just felt empty in a sense. And I just didn't know how to apply myself though. I had all this passion. I wanted to get to know people more, get to know other cultures and whatnot, but I didn't know how. And lo and behold, Threaded started to be advertised, or just started coming up in our church, and I remember thinking like, this looks like a first step. This looks like something I can do to at least maybe get myself into this environment, into this new phase, I guess, of trying to get to know others who are different from me, and being open-minded in that sense, and trying to apply myself and getting to know our world better. So once I started going to a Threaded group, I was in a small group, so it was nice to be in an environment where there weren't too many people, where it felt it was just very comfortable, and it was just so cool to be there with people of different color than me, other people of different life stages and whatnot, and we're all there for the same reason, and to get to know one another, to be open-minded, to hopefully humble ourselves to the point where we can learn more about what we don't know. It was just so cool to not be scared of saying the wrong things or asking the wrong things in a very sensitive time that we live in. I think everyone has some fear of saying the wrong thing, or even asking the wrong things, or even the way you phrase a question, the way you phrase statements. It was cool to be in a place where we told ourselves, our whole group, we just kept telling ourselves, reminding ourselves that it's okay to ask silly questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. And we all made the effort to not be offended, no matter what the question or whatever was said. But to do our best to be open-minded and to be apologetic when needed, but just to be transparent with one another. Because of Threaded, I feel like the way I think and the way I interact with my peers and my friends, family, has totally changed. There's suddenly a priority with needing to know others, to needing to know other people who are not like me, whether it's across cultures, across religions, across positions. Everyone is different in their own ways, but especially culturally, and especially in the city where it's so diverse, and there's so many opportunities for us to reach out and get to know our neighbors, to know people who are not like us. I feel like in our society today, especially with driving society that we are in, with vehicles, it's so easy to just keep ourselves stuck in a bubble and not realize there's so much more out there happening, and there's so much more out there that God wants us to do and to see. And it's just cool to see God open my eyes in that sense. And for me personally, like as I was in my own Asian group, or my own very specific cultural group, I only have one piece of the puzzle. And just one piece of the puzzle does not show the whole picture. And one piece of the puzzle is quite frankly, boring. But when you get all the pieces together, you get to see other cultures, you get to see other languages, see other ways of God's beauty portrayed in other people and other cultures. You begin to see just the whole picture. And I don't think it's possible for us to ever get the whole picture, but at least I find now that there's relevance in the need to strive towards completing that picture.